friends, ERIKATESLA here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for deciding to click on this video. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. It's so good to have you here. It's been a little bit since I've had a chance to sit down and film some new content for you guys, but today I thought it would be cool to just talk with you guys about some new makeup that I've either purchased or received in PR. As of the filming of this video, it is the beginning of October, so these are things that I'm hoping make it into pretty serious rotation into my makeup routine. Some of the stuff I have had a chance to use, so I will be sharing maybe like a mini overview of those particular items, but this is just a chance for me to catch up with you guys and chat and share some fun stuff with you guys. And if there's anything in particular you want to see in more depth, definitely feel free to let me know in the comments down below. So I'm gonna start with the thing I could not fit into my little makeup bag of treasures, but it is this really cute Pixie Glow PR set that they sent. This is called Years of Glow, a Pixie fairy tale, and it's really cute because it looks like a big book. Like, I felt like Belle from Beauty and the Beast when I got this, and Pixie does such cute PR packaging. Of course, you can see that this is open and there's a little drawer in here with all of the little goodies in here. So you can see that there is a blush, there's the lip tone right here. We have the brow gel. No, I'm sorry, that's not a brow gel. We have the Glimmery shadow and we have their mascara. Now, I have received some of these before. I do like the lip tone. This is really nice, and this is from the Hello Kitty collection that they did collab on, but it was just really cute and I thought you guys would like to see it. So in this part of the box, we have some skincare. Okay, so you open it up and in the top they have some skincare, and I do really enjoy the Pixie skincare products. Earlier in the summer, they sent this like really good face mask, a sheet mask that I think I want to actually purchase if I see it in the store again. But I just thought that this was really, really cute and thought you guys would enjoy seeing that. Now to the main event. Okay, I have a makeup bag literally chock full of goodies. As you can see, we have this Kusshi bag here, and you guys have heard me talk about Kusshi before whenever I travel or do any kind of travel, and when I've done travel videos talking about what's in my makeup bag, I'm usually using a Kusshi bag, and they're a brand that has been sending me their lovely releases for years now. And so they just came out with a brand new release. They have these new neoprene bags. This is the large train case. This is in mauve, and I was able to put a lot of stuff in here. So we're going to talk about the things that I put in here, and I'm going to link this bag below, guys, because it's so nice. It comes with so many different compartments for all of your stuff. Okay, so you have this little compartment here on the top of the bag, and then all these little things, these little pockets in here where you can store your makeup items. So yes, I have shoved a bunch of new makeup in this bag, and I can tell you this is definitely coming with me whenever I travel next time. So let's go ahead and get started with what's in the bag itself. I have some new IT Cosmetics products. Like, I did get these a while ago, but it's been a minute since I've actually had a chance to, you know, sit down and really talk to you guys like about these products. So we have the brand new IT Your Skin But Better CC plus color correcting full coverage cream plus anti-aging hydrating serum plus broad spectrum SPF 50 plus. So it's a really long name, and I'm excited to try this one. They sent like a matte one to me earlier in the summer, but it was a little bit on the drying side, and I do tend to have, believe it or not, like drier skin, so it really wasn't the best formula for me. So I'm hoping the CC cream. And then they sent me these two blushes. We have their Sun Blush. I have Sun Warmth and Sun Blossom, and I think Sun Blossom is going to be my color. It's like a little bit more peachy. On camera it's giving like color corrector, but in person it definitely has like more of that orange color that would look more blushy. And then we have Sun Warmth. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the one. This is the slightly deeper one. It's gonna be interesting to see how these work because they look kind of like color correctors in the jar, but sometimes things work differently. So I haven't had a chance to use those yet, but I'm really excited to. And then in keeping with some skincare stuff. Pixie also did send me their cleansing oil. So I'm really excited to use this. I am a double cleansing type of girl, and so hopefully that will be really good. And then I've got some products from the Inkey List. So they sent their pimple patches. I really do like these. Maybe not this, I shouldn't say these in particular because I haven't tried these yet, but I do like pimple patches when I'm trying to be good. Sometimes, you know, you can't help yourself, but I'm trying to resist the urge. So these are going to be really helpful, hopefully, in terms of reducing blemishes. And then we have their Omega water cream here, which is their lightweight hydrating moisturizer, and then their hyaluronic acid serum. So I'm really looking forward to incorporating this, especially as the months get a little bit colder, guys. My skin tends to just dry out like crazy in the wintertime. I don't know what it is with the change of seasons, but I do tend to lean dry. But then we also have from Peach Slices these acne spot dots. So I'm really set. The skincare brands are out here looking for me and making sure that these pimples have no chance at all of overtaking my face. And then there's a nose pore patch, or nose pore patches here. These are for overnight. Ooh, this looks very promising. I am very much particular about what's in my nose. I know that sounds weird. Not that anyone does, but I don't like gunk building up along my nose. So I'm always like cleaning this area of my face because the sebum does tend to build up there. So I'm really interested to see how that works. That's it for skincare products, guys. The next thing I want to talk about is not so new, but I do want to give this a little bit more attention. Clionadh sent 3 palettes that they recently came out with, the Oceano, Paleo, and Archeo palettes. And I have a few looks up already on Instagram and TikTok with these palettes. I just haven't had the time to do a fully dedicated video with these palettes, but I did want to talk about them because I recently did a collab with my friend Renita, and she goes by Colorful Indian on Instagram and I believe YouTube. I'll link her video below, but we did a collab where we did one look using all 3 of these palettes, and you guys, I had so much fun doing that collab with her and doing looks with these palettes. So let me know if at some point you're interested in like a dedicated video on 1 or 3 of the palettes, because these are really beautiful. So of course I'm going to let you look inside of these. Here we have the Archeo palette, which is just such a beautiful palette for the fall season. Then we have the Oceano palette, and of course you can wear whatever colors you want any time of year, but I think this is like actually an amazing summer palette, particularly because you have these like this gorgeous coral here, and you have like these teal colors and the iridescent shades in here. And this shade, Bioluminescent, is just like incredible. It's so pretty. I think this would actually make like a really nice one and done shade for very like ethereal look. And then finally we have Paleo, and I would say Paleo is the one I've been drawn to the most in terms of looks. I actually have like another look with this one that I did film in short form content. I just need to post it. It's sitting in my draft. This palette is gorgeous. There's this let's see, the shade, I like them all. I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite. This shade, Ice Core, look at that. Just beautiful, beautiful shades, and I'm obsessed with it. I think of the 3, this is the one that I have been reaching for the most. Partially because I think you can get a lot of like more neutral looks out of it, but I just really like the tones of the shimmers in here. It's just a really beautiful palette. I like all 3, like I said, but that one is my favorite. So that was gifted to me by Clionadh, which I really appreciate. And speaking of Clionadh, they also sent me their Halloween stained glass expansion. Look at these. Look at these shades, guys. So these deserve their own little video situation. So they also came out with a previous expansion, an earlier expansion. So here's the expansion from earlier this year. I was gifted this at Creators and Friends. I did talk about that in the Creators and Friends video I did, my follow-up video where I talked about the products that we received. So these are the palette, sorry, these are the shades that we got earlier this year, and then they came out with a Halloween themed release. These are absolutely stunning. I'm really excited to work with these shades together. I'm not sure why my camera's like so bright. Maybe if I hold it back here. For whatever reason, guys, when I hold these up a little bit too close to the camera, I feel like it's washing the color out. Like, I feel like I look normal, but the shades, I don't know. Maybe it'll translate differently once I go into editing mode. But anyway, here are the stained glass expansions. So this was the one that came out in the spring. This is the one that just recently came out this autumn. I'm really excited for all of these shades. Just quickly, I am gonna swatch the purple shade, which is called, what is this called? Liquidus. Now y'all know I love a purple, so let's swatch that. Yeah. Listen, I will say this. If you were thinking about doing something Pat McGrath wise and you maybe weren't like so in love with the offerings, I would say take a look at the Clionadh website. Now their shades are pricey. However, I do feel like you get your money's worth. These have had an incredible shelf life. I've probably kept mine that I've had from years past longer than I should, but they still perform really beautifully. They have a very beautiful and unique range of shades, and so I would just take a look at this if you are feeling like you want to try something different. I really love what indie brands have been doing in terms of what they are bringing to the table. I know that the mainstream brands, they're mainstream for a reason. They do bring us a lot of staples and things like that, but I think when it comes to some of these like really fun shades, like the indie brands have just been doing their thing. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is actually what I have on my eyes right now. This is the new Misthaven palette from Alter Ego. They do a lot of dupes, and I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be a dupe for. So that is my bad. I haven't really been able to decipher like what is this comparable to. It's reminding me of the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. So let me know if you guys think I'm right or if I'm off base, but it does have this one cream shadow in here called Shadow that I used to set the eye base. I used as the eye base to set the look. And you know, it's a nice palette. I think I'm a bigger fan of the one that they came out with earlier this fall, end of summer. I'm blanking on the name. It's like a very neutral palette, and I thought it was kind of a dupe for the Urban Decay palette or one of the newer Natasha Denona palettes. But anyway, this one, the shimmers are pretty. I did have to like do a lot of building. I felt like I had to do a lot of building to get this effect. But for $22, I don't really think that this is gonna break the bank. Like if you're looking for something that can give you a smoky look, like you will definitely get that with this palette. They do have a nice matte formulation, but the shimmers in here, they were just like, you know, they weren't bad. They weren't bad, but I did feel like, you know, I had to like really work to like build that up. So this shade Secrets, yeah. I don't know, like I feel like there have been palettes from them that I've had an easier time with their shimmers. Although I will say the shade Dream, it's a lot smoother. This one's decent. This one is decent. It's a nice palette, and I think if you're looking for an affordable smoky eye option, it is nice. And of course the artwork is really, really cute. It's giving me like Twilight vibes. It's a very nice palette for the fall. Okay, the next palette that I have that I picked up myself is from Cosmic Brushes. I think this is so pretty, guys. So I have done 2 looks with this palette so far, and I have really liked how they have come out. I really like the look that I did with this yesterday. I did film the looks. I will be posting a short for you guys with the tutorials for all of the looks from this palette and from the Misthaven palette, so stay tuned for that. That is gonna come, but this is really, really beautiful. This did take a while to get to me. It is coming from the UK. I did have to pay shipping, and so even though the base price is not that expensive, unless there's some kind of promotion with like free international shipping, you're gonna be waiting and you're gonna be paying a lot for it, but I don't regret it. I think Cosmic Brushes does just really well thought out, very nicely curated, very interesting color stories. And I really like the theme of this. And I love these tones of green. Like this shade of green is definitely like a green that I really enjoy. This shade Lichen right here is so beautiful on the eyes, along with this shade March. You have these kind of funky chartreuse, mustardy green, yellow shades. You have these murky greens, and then the shimmers of course are absolutely stunning. So I will be getting some tutorials and swatches up of that. Let me know if you guys are interested in a dedicated video on that one, because I think it's really, really beautiful. And then as far as palettes go, the last palette that I purchased that I will be talking about with you guys is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork 6 palette. This is the Freedom palette. What's really cool about this one is that you can take out the 6 pans, and these come out of the main palette, out of the main housing, and you can stack these and you can take these with you and make them compact. And then this little guy here at the top comes off, and then you stick this on here like so, and there's a little pouch. So if you want to travel with this, you just pop that in there, and I think it's ingenious. I think Danessa is bringing us the innovation we wanted to see Pat McGrath bring to her products, and the interesting color stories, finishes, and textures. I really think it's such a cool idea. I love how minimal this gets, how you can travel with this. So yeah, the design of this is absolutely ingenious, and what's more is that the actual individual shades themselves do come out. So I'm gonna actually take my little tool here, my spatula tool. I should get one of those like little magnet things, but you could just pop the individual shades out. So you just have so many different options to customize, to travel with this palette. I think this is what people have been hoping Pat McGrath would give us in terms of like the innovation and the formulations and just like the different colors and things like that. So at some point I would like to do a video where I compare and contrast the different Lightwork palettes, because I do like to collect these. I do really like to pick these up. And I think they're just some of my favorite palettes that come out during the year. So I just feel like the Lightwork is kind of like Danessa's version of the mothership, but a little bit edgier and a little bit like more innovative. So we'll see. And we didn't get a mothership this year, which I'm kind of bummed about. I don't know that I'm going to pick up anything from the holiday collection, because I have been seeing Pat's pieces in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you see products that are at that price point eventually land at the discount stores, it's really hard to justify paying full price for that. So anyway, moving right along, I have a couple more things to show you guys. I have from Colourpop, they sent me their Blowin Smoke Palette. And the reason I wanted to mention this, guys, like, because for years, I have had a thing with this name. Like, I have the original, I will show you guys. I have the original Smoke Show palette. Okay, this is Smoke Show. This is Blowin Smoke. So I bought Smoke Show when it first came out. So this she's beat up, and she's been through it. I have like popped these shades in and out. I think this is still magnetic as well, but you can see like it's the exact same colors. I can't really speak to formulation yet because this one is still fresh. So this is the Blowin Smoke palette, and this is the Smoke Show palette, and so it's exactly the same color story. Obviously Smoke Show's a little bit more beat up. I don't know why they changed the name, because, and I'm gonna go on a mini rant here, I loved the name Smoke Show. I thought it was like a little bit more sultry and sophisticated. Blowin Smoke, okay, I'm sorry, I'm a child of the 80s. My mom was a chain smoker, so every time I see this name, I'm a little bit triggered. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love it. I don't love Blowin Smoke, but what I do like is this color story. And I bring this up because if you were interested in the Natasha Denona Xenon palette, this color story is amazing. So if you can, you know, get past the name, which is like my personal hang up, okay, there's nothing wrong with this palette. I just hate the name. This is such a great color story. And I think especially going fall into winter, I love a smoky look for those like holiday parties and things like that that are coming up. And like you have this shade Starstruck. This shade of silver is incredible. Okay, so I'm gonna just like swatch that for you. Look at that. And this palette is like $14 full price. And most of the time there's all these sales and things like that. I would argue this is a better option than maybe the, what is it called? Than the Misthaven, if you're looking for a smoky palette. Very, very good, very affordable. And then I have like 2 more things to talk about, and then I'm gonna wrap this video up. These are purchases. So I did pick up the Lotus Hourglass palette, guys. I did succumb. I did pick this up. Now, I haven't purchased an Hourglass palette since a couple years ago. I'm gonna pull out the other one that I have. So I have Tiger. And you know, I'm gonna say I'm really proud of myself because I know people collect these, but I will say as somebody with a medium deepish tan skin tone, it's really hard for me to justify buying all 3 of the palettes, knowing that some of those shades won't even really show up on me. So I was really excited because I like the formulation, and this is one of my frustrations with some of the luxury brands, is that you'll really like the formula, but the pigment just isn't there. It's just not showing up. And I know if I'm having that issue, then absolutely somebody with a deeper skin tone is not going to be able to make these products work for them. But Hourglass does have a really beautiful formulation in these palettes. So here's Tiger. Tiger's got this more rusty shade here. It's their Burnished Glow is this blush here. It's beautiful. It gives you that sun-kissed look. But then with Lotus, I would say it's a little bit more pinky peachy, and the blushes in here are stunning. The finishing powders are really nice. The bronzer is really beautiful. Now the finishing powder is a little bit deep for me, so I will probably just have like 2 bronzers, like 2 different shades of bronzer. That's how I use it. I just use it to warm up the perimeter of my face, and I love the highlighter in here. I feel flawless with this palette, so I am glad that I picked this up. I would love to see Hourglass do this thing where they maybe do 4 palettes instead of just 3, and like the 4th one really truly be for deeper skin tones, for the deepest skin tones. I think it's possible, because for $90, wouldn't you want to capture that market? Like, wouldn't you want those folks to be able to purchase your products as well and enjoy them? Because Black women do enjoy luxury makeup. So anyway, I'm gonna get off my little soapbox on that. I did pick this up. I love this cover. Of course, you can customize it as well. These are still available. I think there's still hype around these, but not to the extent that they're just like selling out immediately. And I kind of love that for people because you can have a little time to pick these up. So all of the variations are still available to my knowledge, and I will link all that stuff down below. And then the last thing that I picked up actually is from Makeup Forever, and it is their new HD Skin Blush and Glow palette. I have done videos before where I talk about their contour palette and my love for that palette. So as you can see, this baby is fresh. I did pick it up. Makeup Forever always has sales, so before you buy this on Sephora's website, make sure you go directly to their site. They usually do a friends and family sale. I will see ads pop up on social media, you know, 20, 25, maybe sometimes as much as 30% off. So make sure that you are buying these on sale. Please, please, please try to get a discounted price on these. These are some of my favorite products for the base of the face. When I want to feel flawless, Makeup Forever, the face palettes, they work for me. And I know everyone's experience is different, but I was really excited to try this. I have the contour palette. I actually have a couple of them because one I did use for a wedding, and I just really like that it is versatile. So if you're a makeup artist, yes, if you're somebody that's a makeup enthusiast, you want to travel with a lot of different options, these are really nice. So I'm excited to try this. I see some shades in here with a lot of promise. And you guys, that's really it. I just really wanted to take a moment to try to catch up with you guys because life has been lifing, as they say. You know, I have 2 kids, school-age children, there's sports activities, there's the social stuff going on. My kids have a way better social life than I did, like their social calendar. And sometimes I wonder, is it us? Like, is it millennial parents? Like, are we doing this to ourselves? Like, is this what our children want? Like, I just wonder what they're gonna do or what they're gonna think one day about all of this, because we have a lot on our plate. We have a lot of stuff going on, but not to complain. It is what it is. I feel very grateful and really appreciative for that. Sorry guys, I'm trying to wrap up this video and I just feel like I have all of these like random phone noises, and that's another reason I probably don't sit down and film the way that I want to. I am busy. there's a lot going on. And one day, it would be awesome to be able to do content creation full time. So we'll see what the future holds. But with that being said, thank you so much for just hanging out with me today. This was just meant to be a super chill, casual chat with you guys about some of the new stuff that I've either received or purchased. So if there's anything in particular that you're curious about or that you have questions about, please don't hesitate to leave me a question in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Please make sure to like this video if you enjoy content like this. I really appreciate you guys giving me that engagement. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you would be so kind as to consider subscribing to my channel, I think it would be so awesome. I'm very close or close-ish to 2K subscribers here, which is incredible. It would be really amazing if I could get to 2,000 friends on my YouTube channel before the end of the year. I think it could happen. I think it could happen. You guys let me know. Let me know what I need to do. But with that being said, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me. I appreciate you so much. And I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.